Berg, thanks for joining me for this COVID-19 briefing for Monday, January 4th. You will just be getting me today, no graphics. There's a couple things I want to update you on, but the big one really is some news regarding vaccinations. The city of Hattiesburg has reached a partnership with the Mississippi State Department of Health as well as the Hattiesburg Convention Commission and Visit Hattiesburg to expand testing at the Hattiesburg Convention Center. So instead of going to the health department at the 42 bypass, you can now go to the convention center, which means we can get more people in. And it's just more conducive for drive-through testing. That's available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you can go and register for a slot at covidtesting.umc.edu. The good news is, however, this is going to be a dual site. Starting tomorrow, we'll start having vaccinations at the convention center as well. They'll be on Tuesdays and Fridays. You can sign up for a slot at covidvaccine.umc.edu. The big thing to remember, however, is that this first round, this first initial rollout, is for healthcare workers, both paid and unpaid, who have not received a vaccine at work, and also EMTs and paramedics. And you have to sign up in advance for this as well. And you do that at covidvaccine.umc.edu. That's covidvaccine.umc.edu. And the challenging thing that we have right now, obviously there's limited supply, and so both this week and next week are already booked. However, the week after that, there are slots available for those healthcare workers and for EMTs and paramedics. We do, however, think that in the coming days, more slots will be open. Right now, this site can vaccinate 210 people in a day, and we hope as supply grows and as the Department of Health can gauge kind of where the demand is, and obviously being booked up 2 weeks in advance shows there's demand at this Hattiesburg Center. We'll be allotted more vaccines and able to open up more slots. But again, you go to covidvaccine.umc.edu. One thing that I also want to let you know is you can go to the Department of Health's website, actually their Facebook page, and you can kind of see this new graphic that was released this morning, kind of updating their timeline for when vaccines might be rolled out. And it's a bit more aggressive than we first thought, which is a good sign. And so we hope by the end of January, we're starting to see healthcare workers vaccinated, or sorry, more education workers vaccinated, as well as some other folks. So again, go to the Department of Health's Facebook page. You can kind of see where they're going with that. Both the testing and the vaccinations are free. That's part of federal legislation. And one other thing I would say is if you're a healthcare worker and you haven't been vaccinated, but you really want to go ahead and get it done, or if you're an EMT, or you can also go to covidvaccine.umc.edu and look around some other nearby testing centers. For example, this morning, the one in Jones County in Ellisville had some slots open for later this week, and so you can check that out and try and see if you can get a slot up there. So trying to give you as much information as we can, as we know it, trying to create as many partnerships as we can to ensure there's going to be testing there for you. Of course, we're going to continue our C.E. Roy Community Center on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 12 to make sure that we have adequate supply of tests going forward. Now on to some COVID-19 news. Today, hospitalizations, we have 100 people in the hospital between Merit Health Wesley and Forest General. 31 of those 100 are in the ICU right now. Statewide today, we saw 1,616 new cases reported. Of course, that's using that's weekend numbers, so it stands to reason those numbers are going to go up as the week goes on. 13 new deaths. Unfortunately, we saw 3 new deaths in Forest County over the holiday weekend. We had 1 reported on New Year's Day and 2 reported on Saturday, which brings our totals, unfortunately, we're over 160 now. Something for us to be concerned about, particularly as we come into January, which we're going to start seeing a lot of the post-Christmas, post-New Year's wave that has been predicted. So new positives. New positive cases today. Forest County had 60 on New Year's Day, 49 on Saturday, 34 on Sunday, 35 today. That's 178 over that 4-day weekend. Lamar County had 56 on New Year's Day, 50 on Saturday, 33 on Sunday, and 46 today. So 185 in Lamar County over the 4-day weekend, bringing the 4-day weekend metro area total to 363 new cases. One number that we always report to you is the inside 14-day number. That's the number of people who have received their positive test result in the last 14 days. It gives you an idea of how many potential active cases we could have in our community. Right now, that number stands at 590 in Forest County and 560 in Lamar County. So that's 1,150 total for the two counties potentially active cases, and we expect that number to unfortunately go up, particularly as we see kind of the Christmas, New Year's hangover. The goals we have continue to be the same. We want to protect the vulnerable. We want to prevent overrun of the healthcare system, particularly as we're seeing our healthcare system have fewer and fewer beds available on each morning, and then try and keep the private sector open while prioritizing public health. And the thought I just want to leave with you today is that even with the good news of a vaccine getting out in a more expedited manner, again, if you want to go see that schedule, you can go to the Department of Health's Facebook page. It's important to know that we still have a long way to go, and we are entering a particularly tough month following the holidays, and it's important to keep doing the things that we know work, and that is wearing a mask, that's practicing social distance, and that's avoiding unnecessary gatherings. These are the things that we can do, each of us individually and collectively, that will protect ourselves and the people around us. I know people are tired of this. I know that we're ready to get this vaccine going and then hopefully come out of this, but we have to really buckle down during these tough winter months to make sure that we can save as many people as possible and keep us all safe. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and again, follow our Facebook page, follow the Department of Health's Facebook page for more information. Have a good day.